Good morning, good morning, beautiful people. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. We're at day 71 for Rhythm Nation. That's our topic for the day. But day 71 for daily motivations for African American success. If you've been rocking with us, you know that this is not just about a race or a color of the skin. This is about the human blood, the color of the human blood that we all bleed internally. So welcome you guys. You know or you don't know that everybody's welcome to Daily Motivations for African American Success. And again, we're at day 171. So I am back home. I will admit I am planning to I have my PJs on up on here, if that tells you where I'm going after this show. I'm going back to bed. I'm gonna rub my sleeping lotion on me and I'm gonna sleep until I wake up, right? I'm just going to sleep the day away. Um, that being said, we are here now. So if you're out there, say good morning, say good morning, say good morning. Big Mike says good morning, sis. Miss Brenda says good everything, everyone. I like it. GEE, right? Good morning. Good everything, everyone. Not good morning, good everything. So everything is coming your way today, right? Receive it, receive it. So, you guys, on July 20th, and what I'll do is just get ready to bring us on in and tell us what's on the menu for today and every day. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Um, Let me do this before, just in case we have some new people kind of popping in and they may pop out as well, because I did put out yesterday or last night that we were, I hope we all are, or most of us are, saving, 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 right? Are we doing that? Something, you guys. Come on. Are you, Miss Brenda, Mike, are you guys putting something away? It does not have to be the full amount, but are you putting something away? I'm feeling really good about this saving things. It's another form of discipline. It's not about the amount that you will have, but am I disciplined enough to make the choice for today to put something away? Doesn't have to be the full. I think we're at 95 now. I think it is something like that. And by the end of, for those of you who are just coming in, and if you'd like the chart, I did put it out on a few shows. Um, since I've invited other people to join in with us, I'll just probably put it on my page alone by itself at the top, pin it for a few days. But you guys, this is important. This is important, especially. I don't know a lot about what happened yesterday, but I do know this. If y'all knew yesterday and y'all didn't put me a comment in there, because let me tell you, I don't watch the news. I don't watch the TV. I'm typically listening to music. So yesterday I went down to the hotel, to the lobby area about my room, and I was in St. Louis, and the lady was like, "Well, we can't do anything right now. The system is down." She said, "Everywhere, everything is down. Flights are down." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, flights are down." Brandon was supposed to be flying yesterday. Um, so I knew nothing about it. I knew nothing. Um, Darren Tate, we've talked a little bit about Darren with the situation about the wig. So Darren is deep, deep, deep. Darren and I go way back. We went to school together, and Darren is in this. He's so deep, I can't swim in his waters, right? And I need to. I should. It's a lot. He's deep into like what the world. He said, I saw a post. He said, "I told you guys that it was going to happen." And he said basically that was the trial. You better get ready, basically, that the system is going to shut down. And so it's my understanding that people could not use their bank cards and things like that. They were literally writing people's names down on a piece of paper and this is Union Station Hotel, which is huge. People everywhere. I mean, it's I never knew about it until this week for a meeting, a work meeting. But this is called Union Station in St. Louis. Again, people couldn't check out. People couldn't get back on their flights. And so they was just stuck. People couldn't rent cars for a little bit, and or get their money. So I come back to savings. We should have something at home anyway, right? You should have not all of your, don't put everything in the same place, right? Meaning somewhere you got to go get it. And if the system shuts down, you cannot. So we need something at home, right? We need an emergency fund, all of us, right? And so let's build it together. There's an energy that's happening amongst us that even we can't tell it enough. I'm serious. I haven't had the conversation with Miss Brenda, but I speak Mike. I mean, there are things shift. His life is shifting in a very positive way, but also in a growing, in a sense of growth and bringing things his way, right? Things are coming his way. Why? Because he's getting on, his mind, body, and soul is joining. His spirit, he's pouring his soul into his spirit, as we had one previously, one of our previous days. So you guys say, I'm not gonna say I don't care. It can be $1 that you put back, because it's more than about the dollar that you're putting or what you're gonna have at the end. It's you building discipline, habits, right? So come on, y'all. Let's do this. Let's not come here, sit here every day for those of us who do come. And for those of you who don't, start coming. Because I'm telling you, there's something happening amongst, I'm going to speak for myself. There is something happening in my life. Boy, holy anticipation, as my prayer book says. And who got the book, the 30-day prayer journal? 40-day. Who's going to do that with me? The savings is the 30-day. Y'all, we have not because we ask not. We ask not because we don't have the faith that we will get it, whatever it is. And when you pursue God, when you make, I saw a post yesterday, prayer has to be, I'm going to find this one, y'all. Hold on. I wasn't planning to go here, but God, right? Um, Here we are. Okay. Maybe here we are. Did I take a picture of it? Basically, it was saying prayer is, your prayer life should be a lifestyle. Praying should be a lifestyle, not a 911 call. So praying, and when you do pray, maybe I'll find it later. When you do pray, y'all, there's something that happens, I'm telling you, and you don't realize it until you do, right? I believe it probably started happening long before I realized it was happening. And it's not the getting, right? It's not the popcorn. Y'all have to go back and listen to the story if you want to know about this pen and the popcorn in the first place parking. I'm not going to repeat that again. You should have been here. But it's not about the getting. It's about knowing that God is listening, right? And not feeling some kind of way, because I was like, well, dang, I've missed out on a lot because he's been listening all the time. I haven't been asking in this way, from this place of peace, of joy, right? Of holy anticipation of the little things. And it might be big things for you. It's about to be big things for me, because when I heard God's voice say, hey, you asking me for some little stuff. Can you ask big? And so I'm asking big every day now, y'all. Every day. I'm asking big, right? So I'll read these comments really quick because you guys have been popping in there, and then we'll get going. We're not going to stay very long today because my bed awaits. I'm going back to it. Going back to it. So Big Mike says, I guess he didn't know either. He's me either until my wife mentioned it. And he says he's right. I think he's talking about Darren. Auntie Richetta says, good morning, beautiful butterfly, and everyone. Thank you again for rocking with me. Y'all, it means so much to see my auntie out there every morning. I promise you it does. So, Auntie Chet Chet, may God bless you for this. So, Brandon says, Iyanla Van Zant has been saying for years to have you some money, water, and canned foods at the house because something is going to happen. I truly believe that. I truly do. And it wasn't just COVID. I used to have the saying, y'all, we're going to wake up and we're not going to be able to get outside of our house. We're going to be locked in from the outside in, right? So, yeah, so right. So right. Maybe we need to talk about that too. Maybe we need to talk about an emergency plan that we should have. Big Mike says the deal is to change the current currency to paperless, Tammy. Bills won't be any good soon. You know what I found interesting is that people are wanting cash now. Like you get for gas. I thought that was interesting. Like all this time, y'all been saying, we don't have cash, we don't have cash. Pay with your card, pay with your card. And now there's this huge discount if you pay with cash, right? So we need to listen, y'all. We need to listen. We are no longer in the position we were centuries ago where we were when you talk about economics, supply and demand. We're so distracted. We don't know what the supply is, what the demand is. We just think if you notice the shelves in the grocery stores, the high prices, how many things are missing when you go in, right? So, and Lord forbid if you have kids, right, going through this time, I pray for my grandkids. I've already prayed for them this morning. My whole family for sure, but especially the grandbabies. So, Miss Brenda says, I've been saving for a while. Same here, Miss Brenda. It's not new for me. Um, but I thank God that He has allowed me to do it and see the importance of it. And now at a time where I can share it. It just came about through one of the days that we were discussing here on Daily Motivations for African American Success. So I'm just thankful that I'm in this sharing phase of my life as well, which is another change. Um, so for me, Mike, what you're saying, it makes me think about the one world government. I remember reading this book that I can no longer find, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. I loaned it out and somebody didn't give it back to me, and that's why I don't give my books anymore. I'll buy you one before I let you borrow mine. But it's about the one world government. Maybe that is the name of it. Um, I'll try to search it, but again, last I did, you couldn't find it anywhere. So, and if you take a minute to sit back and look at what's going on around you, it becomes so believable, right? Kind of like the making of a slave. People will say, "Oh, that's not true," but if you look around, oh my gosh, you see a lot of the ingredients in it. Big Mike says government knows that paper currency is freedom, so if they move to digital currency, they can control the people more and also be able to ensure they get taxes on every exchange. Big Mike says they've been saying it. Look it up. Government is coming out with a card. Banks are clearing out cash slowly. Interesting. Maybe I'll need to have Darren on to talk about this stuff. Interesting. Which is probably why they're wanting to get all the money now, you guys. Because I found that interesting that if I pay with cash, the gas is so much more less, and it's more with a card, right? So the trickery, because again, am I right, y'all? Wasn't it a time they didn't want cash? Like they say, we don't have change to give back to you, so they're keeping it, like so. You better be praying. That's my answer because I'm gonna tell you something they can't do is they can't outdo God's do, right? God has opened doors for me and you, and He will not change. He will not stop opening those doors. And I will not be at a place where, man, I wish I got to get to know God and figure out all this too. Like I need God, but I really don't understand what that means to need God and know that you got Him, right? Or versus needing Him versus knowing I got Him. And no matter what it looks like out here, I know that God can put some food. Like He sent the food to Mary, Jesus' mom. Read the book of Mary, y'all. If you can't find it, I'll give you a Quran and you can read it in there. Right? So, but we're so busy being distracted and allowing these people to separate us, create division. And when you divide us, you have less of us fighting together, fighting together. Because if we're divided and we're locked in, right? And my neighbor feels like You are my other me. And so if I got a can, we're going to share a can. And if you got a can and you share a can, God's going to multiply that can. Or at least he can, right? He chooses to do so if he so chooses. So y'all not getting it. See, the grandparents, they knew. They knew. We talk about how they would cook and like everybody would eat. They knew what God was doing. They didn't question if there would be enough. Go get you a plate, baby. Hey, Miss B, go get you a plate, baby. You cook, go get you a plate. How much spaghetti is in one pot? And you already got 17 kids and 1,700,000 grandkids running around everywhere and cousins and all that, right? So you better know that you 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 know that you're serving and seeking God. Because it's going to come a day sooner than we think, you guys, that you will not want him to be just your 911 call. And I'm not saying that he might not answer. You just may not have the means, the understanding, the ears to hear the answer. Right? So let's get into this. Thank you guys. I didn't mean to get on a rampant with that. Big Mike says, I don't fear it all. Fear it at all. God got us. We just do need to be informed though. And I would like for you to do a little studying on this. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, I may have somebody come on. I feel like I need to study God more. Like I already know what they're doing to a degree, because we're never going to know all of it, right? But I tell you who does. And I'm going to seek the God who does, right? I'm going to seek the God who does, because the God who does know can shut it all down, can shut it all down. So let's get into what is daily motivations for African American success about. So we're journaling through this book. There you go. I got my light today, you guys. Daily Motivations for African American Success will help you focus on the thoughts, the attitudes, and deeds that will lead you to the achievement of your true goals, And 365 short but powerful motivations, one for each day of the year. Dennis Kimbro, who is also the author of the popular Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment, the right now, and our own gifts to transcend labels, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no, and when to look inward for answers to life's challenges. Each motivation begins with words of wisdom from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans, such as, but certainly not limited to, Malcolm X, Marion Wright Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Gout, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year, but what it teaches you will last a lifetime. And Black Enterprise says that each affirmation in this valuable and thought-provoking book takes only a few minutes to read, but it is worthy of more time for contemplation, right? So that comes from Black Enterprise. So, day 171, our title is Rhythm Nation. And our quote, I already have it out there for you guys, or for me, I guess I should say, so I can make it happen. Rhythm Nation, our quote comes from Naira, I guess, Sardakasa, president of Lincoln University. Not all Black people can sing and dance, right? Not all Black people can sing and dance. Interesting, right? Rhythm Nation, not all Black people can sing and dance. So a passage goes, most people approach life like a TV game show. They spin the wheel, try their luck, and hopefully reach their goal. Playing the wheel of fortune is both senseless and a waste of time. Though we cannot control what happens to us, what others do to us, or where we start in the race of life, we can control our reactions to experiences. I'm going to read that one again. Though we cannot control what happens to us, what others do to us, or where we start in the race of life. We can control our reactions to experiences. We can allow circumstances to bury us, or we can choose to rise above them, right? Hattie McDaniel, the first African American to capture an Oscar, told an aspiring Black actress, "You cannot control the length of your life, but you can certainly control what you do and what you accomplish." Many people feel that they have little control of their lives. They work for a boss who is a tyrant, they live with a domineering mate, or they feel their finances, wow, weird finances, or they feel their finances play heavy restrictions upon them. Oh, wow, y'all better save. It's true that we have little influence over many things. However, it is also true that we have the control to change the course of our lives. I'm going to read that one again. However, it is also true that we have the control to change the course of our lives. Sometimes as you set out to seize your destiny, it seems as if everything around you is conspiring to keep you from reaching your goal. How true, y'all. Can't we get an amen? Yes, it does. But there is a certain rhythm and harmony to life. The secret is to pick up on the rhythm and harmony and take advantage of the momentum it provides. And our affirmation for today, I'll get it out here. There we go. I will open myself to the divine flow of life. I will open myself to the divine flow of life. And one more time for the people in the back. I will open myself to the divine flow of life. So let's unpack this baby. Let me get back to my comments so that if you guys have something, I'll be able to see it. So Rhythm Nation, let's start at the very top. When you think about Rhythm Nation, for some reason I thought about Janet Jackson. I don't know, because I think she had a song, something similar to that. Rhythm, a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound, it says. So a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound. Rhythm, right? Movement. How are you, make it personal, make this thing personal. How are you moving, right? Is it strong? Is it regular? Is it a habit, right? Do you repeat it? What is the pattern? Or not, or maybe you're not moving at all. And if you're not moving at all, there's still a rhythm. And it's not strong, right? It's weak. It's not regular. It's sometimes, sometimes I get in it and sometimes I don't. And if that's the case, you might get where you're going, but you might not, right? So think of rhythm, your rhythm, the way you move, right? Not because not all of us can sing or dance or sing and dance, right? Not all of us. And that's so true. There used to be this thing where, and we can talk about it. It's okay, you guys. We used to say, white people, there's a movie, or we say white people can't dance, white people can't hoop and all that. We separate us, right? And then every now and then you'd see this white person cutting up a leg, like cutting down, like getting it, right? So we can't put labels on us or anybody of a different race, right? Because we all will have a rhythm. We all bleed red, right? So the rhythm of the nation, we're creating a rhythm here because we're coming every day. That's become a habit. Some of y'all have been here almost every day, may have missed 1 or 2 days. Miss Brenda, I think you may have missed 2, maybe 3, if that. And if you're missing, I hope you're going back and looking. So think about the rhythm. I'm going to go to the affirmation and then come back up to a few things within the passage. Our affirmation says, I will open myself to the divine flow of life. I looked it up. I didn't go deep here. The divine flow is finally about the fullest incorporation of death and suffering. So the divine flow is finally about the fullest incorporation of death and suffering as a part of the journey from life to resurrection. And this is more than just talk. And this, I'm reading this, you guys, and this is more than just talk about our physical death, right? That takes us from this earthly existence into the hoped for afterlife. It is a blueprint for how we move through this life, the rhythm, the flow. It is a blueprint for how we move through this life. And I started talking about prayer. Prayer will, I believe, will open up or put you amidst the divine flow where you start to move differently, strong, consistent, right? All those words that a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound, it says. So I'll say this, the sounds of your life, the sounds in your life, the rhythm changes when you are strong, regular, you repeat this pattern, you have these habits that lift you up. Remember that one, if I be lifted up, that puts you into holy anticipation. Not only am I praying for it, I'm expecting for it. I'm expecting for it. And I'm praying big prayers, not just the pen and the popcorn, not just the pen and the popcorn in the parking space, you know, divine, of, from, or like God, divine. So put all these words together, you guys. Rhythm nation, how are you moving? And the affirmation, I will open myself. I think it's interesting. It says open myself up because some of us are so closed up behind the traumatic experience, behind the brokenness, the hurt, the pain, the doing of life, the disappointment of the things that we expected from people and this world. Try expecting some things from God. Holy anticipation. Try praying more, meditating, reading your word more. God will open you up. Or he will allow you to see that you've been open all along. You just put things in front of the openness. You blocked the door. You blocked it. So I'm going to go back through a few of the things and we'll jump off, you guys. I'll check the comments and we'll jump off. And I didn't say good morning to my YouTubers because we do have some out there. You guys, YouTube, drop some notes and I'll get it here as well. Sorry about that. Drop some notes for us, and especially if you have something on what happened yesterday or any of this as well, for sure. So most people approach life like a TV game show. They spin the wheel, try their luck, and hopefully reach their goal, right? Playing the Wheel of Fortune is both senseless and a waste of time, right? Stop wasting your time, you guys. Though, and this is important, though we cannot control what happens to us, and don't we know this? We cannot control what others do to us or have done to us or will do to us because people pop just like the world pop. Tires go flat, people go flat. People have their days. And they certainly have their ways, right? But not our issue, not our problem. You have to stay focused and you have to keep moving because what you can control is what you can control. We can control our reactions to experiences. We can allow circumstances to bury us, or we can choose to rise above them. Choose ye this day who you shall serve. Who are you serving? Are you serving self? Are you a servant to the Most High? And if you are, what does that look like in your life? You have breath today, the breath of life. Have you thanked God for it today? Right? Have you thanked God for it today? Yeah, I was up most of the night because Brandon had to drive through the night and he was already beautiful daughter-in-law said, Mama, he's so tired, right? It just did not work out where I could go with him, and that for it bothered me, but it is what it is. You have to do what you have to do, and you cannot do what you cannot do. So he had to drive because of all the stuff that happened yesterday. But I was a praying mama. Okay, I was up praying. I'm like I was a praying mama, right? And when I got the text, 5 this morning, I made it. Rejoicing, I did. I rejoiced. Prayer answered. Another one. Because we can't take things like that for granted. Oh, he's just driving. Do you know how many people leave home and going to like the grocery store and not make it back? And he's tired. How dare I sleep? No, I'm praying. And I'm rejoicing in the morning. When I got the text, bing, I made it. Now I gotta make some more. I gotta pray some more because now I gotta thank God, right? So y'all, if you want your rhythm to change, first let the rhythm in the way that you seek and serve God change. I don't care. I'm gonna say I don't care. I don't care what your profession is. Nothing, nothing should supersede the way you seek and serve God. Right? I am going to read what I just remembered. I think I post this thing that I found on my page. I want to read this. I'm feeling led to, and so I'm going to. So let me see. Can I find it? Um, I was okay. Prayer must be your lifestyle, not just your emergency contact. Prayer must be your lifestyle, not just your emergency contact. And I'll end there. There's a lot more that you guys can go back and pull out from here on your own, more for contemplating, right? That's what the book tells us. I will say the secret is to pick up on that rhythm and harmony and take advantage of the momentum it provides, right? And what they're talking about here, it says, but there's a certain rhythm and harmony to life, to your life, to your true goals. There's a certain fresh encouragement every day that you need. And you may not even know what it is, but I'll tell you who does. I'll tell you who knows. So why don't you try seeking Him, finding your rhythm in Him? Don't walk out your door to go do anything. Big Mike, to go get anybody in check before you go down on your knees or however it is that you pray, right? And I bet you He's probably already doing it. And if it's not on your knees, because I'm telling you, I was in the bed praying, walking, praying last night, all through the night. So do it. Do it the way it suits you, but do it. Just do it. Just do it. It reminds me of something else, y'all. What time is it? Oh, y'all are good. Because y'all, I've been letting you off a little bit early anyway. So how about we just stay just a little bit longer? Let me get here. I was up doing some things last night. Do it tired, do it alone, do it broke, do it afraid, do it reluctant. Just do it. Right? Just do it. And my just do it, just seek ye first the kingdom of God. Just seek ye first the kingdom of God diligently. Right? Do it like there's nothing else to do. Nothing before this. And watch your rhythm change. Have holy anticipation. Google that word. Google some of these words that we have heard here today. More time for contemplating. All right. So let me check. You guys are quiet. Anything on this? Are you saving? Can I get a yes or no on that? Like, are you doing this challenge? For the ones who are out there, can I get a yes or a no? If you feel like it's okay, if you want to share, I'll say that. You don't have to if you want to share. So our topic for today, Rhythm Nation, our quote, get it back out here. There you go. Not all Black people can sing or dance. We didn't break that down much. I think there's a lot more into that. Not all Black people can sing or dance. A lot more into it as it relates to our discussion today only. So let's check the comment here. So Big Mike says, yes, I've been. Oh, Mike. Mike, what's we gotta take one of those words out. Big Mike says, yes. He corrected it, y'all. He corrected it. Remember trying that word the other day when we were talking about trying and will. I will save. I will save because Big Mike, thank you for saying that. That's not a mistake so that I could say this, right? It's not how much. It's not how much. It's just that you do it. Get a penny. It doesn't because a lot of pennies add up just like anything else. So he did say, yes, have been trying to save. So we're changing our vocabulary here as well, you guys. Word perfect. Y'all remember that one? Yes, I will save. I will save. Right? So don't put it in a box. Don't put the savings in a box or anything in a box. Right? So thank you for that. He changed it and he said, I mean can. I can save, I will. Yes, I will save, he says. I'm speaking it into existence. Yay, yay, bro. Yes, I will save. There we go. There we go. End of show. We can end it right there. Our job is done here today. Thanks, big bro. Little bro. So our affirmation, I will open myself to the divine flow of life. The divine flow of life. I will open myself. How will you do that? How will you do that today and the rest of the days? Right? I'll tell you guys, if you don't know, this is what I like to ask you to do to start it out. At least 5 minutes out of your day for the rest of your days, preferably before you start to do anything else. Sit in silence, meditate, right? Don't ask for anything. Just be in the receiving. I receive. I receive God. Another one that I used to say when I did the prayer for 1 year, woe it's me. I learned that from Pastor Diane Young, the Healing Center. She used to say that, woe it's me. Woe it's me. Taking responsibility for who I was, where I was. So if I did it then, I'm going to take it. I'm going to do the same now in the growth spurt of it all, in the divine flow of it all, right? The divine flow is finally about the fullest incorporation of death and suffering as a part of the journey from life to resurrection. So, you guys, this show started out being dying to live. And I had to do a lot of dying to get where I am today. And I'm going to have to do a lot more, much more to get where I'm going. Right? Because there's still some things inside of me that are alive, but they gotta go. There's more in me that is alive now than it was when I started. There was more death in me. I wasn't in the divine flow. I wasn't open to it, right? I was stuck in what has happened. Who has done this? Who made me feel this way? Well, are they still making you feel this way? Is it still happening to you? Are they still doing it to you? Or are you still remembering the course? Right? Because the reading tells us that we can change the course. How do you change that course? Stop thinking like that. Start thinking differently, right? Start thinking differently, and you can start changing some things. Move different, your rhythm. All right. So I will open myself to the divine flow of life. One more time. I will open myself to the divine flow of life. Can we do that today? Can we do these things that we show up for every day? Can we start doing them? All right. So thank you, Big Mike, for saving, and for whomever else may be doing it, but we don't know you're doing it, who's going to start doing it, who will do it, can do it, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for rocking with me on day 171. Keep Brandon and the family in your prayers as you go about today. Also, as we talk about death, and then I'm really going to get off. During the meeting that I had for work, and this is just to show you how life happens, how life changes just like this. There was someone there in the group who got a call, said, emergency, and her father had passed. Just like that, we're sitting, we're talking, we're sharing thoughts and bouncing off ideas and laughing and having a good time. And just like that, she walks out and she gets the message, right? Life is too short, you guys. Get your rhythm together. Help someone else get their rhythm together as well. And let's flow in divine flow. Let's have divine flow. All right. So y'all be great. Butterfly is going back to bed for a few good hours. And I'll wake up and get some more of this divine flow. So thank you guys for rocking with me today. Peace.